will start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Voice of Stockton. For more information on The Voice of Stockton, go to thevoiceofstockton.org.
This is KBCC 89.5 FM, Tracy, California, Peace and Justice Network of San Joaquin.
The views and opinions expressed in the following program do not necessarily reflect those of KXVS The Voice of Stockton or its parents, affiliates, management, and staff.
The Mossburns and our co-host Alejo. So what song are you going to be playing for us for today?
We're going to start off with a song called Vault Dweller. Or do you want to do American Dream first, actually?
Either one's good with me.
We're going to start off with American Dream instead.
All right, thank you for tuning in to the Artist Hour, and here's the Mossburns.
Cool. All right, ready? Take all those crooks and the nasty looks and the suits and the ties, because I'm sick of their lies. What's it mean to be free? Please do not ask me, because I'm still chasing the American dream. You want the car and the house and the smoking hot spouse, but you're just a mouse chasing the cheese. What's it mean to be free? Please do not ask me, because my country still does evil shit for money. And you know it's true. And so I have some questions for you. What's a dollar worth to you? Would you abandon the truth? Would you enslave all the youth just to make a quick buck? What the fuck is wrong with you? Total abandonment of the truth and no inspiration for you. Nuclear fallout is coming soon. So what is that money worth to you? We are getting so tired of the way that things are going now. If we don't stand up and do something, we are gonna drown. I accidentally said a bad word.
It's all right.
Sorry.
It's okay. Remember, no cursing.
Yeah.
So, what was that song called again?
That's American Dream.
American Dream. Is that off your new album?
The album's not out yet, but it's gonna be.
Is it going to be?
Yeah, it's one of the songs off of the album.
Got you. So, the Mossburns. Why the name?
The name was very random, actually. Coming up with it, I was jamming with some of my friends, and should I take that mic? Hello. I was jamming with a couple of my friends, and there was a guy over from Make a Scene, if you know that band.
Where are they from?
They're from Walnut Creek area.
Okay.
Kind of that Concord area. So Make a Scene, they were there, and I was jamming with some of my friends, and after that, the guy from Make a Scene was my dad's friend. He was over, and he was saying, "Man, are you guys a band?" I should talk into this. He's like, "Man, are you guys a band? You guys should be a band, man. You just need a band name." And he's like, "Say the first thing that comes to your head on the count of 3." And I was like, "Okay." So he counts to 3, and I said Moss, and he said Burns. Or he said Burn, and he was like, "The Burn Moss," and I was like, Mossburns.
Yeah.
And then ever since I said it, it kind of just clicked, and it doesn't mean anything. I just like the name, so that's kind of ever since then it stuck.
So
It will mean something though.
yeah.
so where are you from, and where are you from originally?
Like born or?
Yeah, born and raised.
I grew up in California. I was born in England.
England.
Mm-hmm. But my dad's from England, but he
Okay.
didn't live there very long. He grew up there. I didn't. They just kind of had me. Like they lived in the States, had my older brother, then moved to England, and then had me, and then came back here. And I grew up pretty much California.
How was England though? Do you remember?
I don't remember anything. Yeah, no accent.
Nah.
Yeah.
And you?
I am San Ramon, born and raised basically.
Bay
Like,
Area?
yep, all the way. I've lived kind of all around the Bay Area. Did
Okay.
like a year up in Humboldt, and right now I'm like. I know kind of the whole area by now, especially traveling around with the band.
So you're Brand, right?
Yes.
And you're Trevor. So is that your actual name, Brand?
It is. It's my middle name.
Okay.
Kind of a funny story with that one was when my parents go in for the ultrasound for me, the doctor goes, "Congratulations, you're having a baby girl." And so tons of planning went into it. They came up with the name Audrey. Wonderful. I feel like an Audrey. It's great. But I pop out, and the next doctor says, "Congratulations, it's a boy." And so now they're in the room with no name for me. And we actually recently found, like, they saved the little script of paper they were writing all their top names on. And at the top was Bane, Bruce Wayne, and Peter Parker. All 3 of those. But they called my grandparents, and my grandparents, being old-fashioned people, are like, "You can't use those. Those are gay names." And, well, excuse me, Bruce Wayne, come on. But I would have been happy with any of them. But they named me Thomas after Tom Selleck when he was doing Magnum P.I. back in the day.
All right.
Yeah. And so they decide on that name, and they call my grandmother, and like, "His name is Thomas. Nice to hear." She's like, "Oh, cool. I'm going to call him Tommy. It'll be my special name." They loathe that name to no end. Exactly. So they open up a baby book and go into the B section and just point at one of them and go, "That's it. Brand's the middle name. We're calling him that and only that." And from then on, I've only been called Brand and never Thomas. Like, I don't even turn around if someone mutters Thomas.
Really?
Yeah.
Brand's a cool name. Like,
Yeah, I enjoy it. I
Very
mean,
unique.
I think I've really grown into it since birth, so.
I would say so. So, when did you guys get together and form the Mossburns?
Oh, man.
Last year, about. I'd say in August.
Officially,
the band started in August, but I had the idea.
August of 2018?
Last year, yeah. 2018 August. I had the idea to start it for a while. Well, it took me like a year in itself to. We're good? Okay. It took me like a year to find Brand in itself. I was
1
playing in
year?
a couple of other bands, yeah. And, we got another microphone. Look at that.
Yes.
Hello? You
Is
want
that
to
one
flip?
hot, too?
He'll be
red
there.
and hot.
I want to make sure it's hot because, yeah. So,
Listen to it.
it's kind of funny because my band, I started in August, too, but 2017.
So
So,
1 year back.
yeah, so it's like, We're Friends Forever, August 2017, pops up Mossburns, August 2018.
Mm-hmm.
So how long have you had the idea?
A while.
While?
Because I play drums too, so I've always been drumming in other bands. But I was never writing songs in those bands because I
Okay.
would just kind of go in to fill in for the band. But now I'm actually like part of the band, so we
Nice.
have more control over what's
So you
going
had
on.
the idea to start the band, and then until you actually until you materialized it, what was the process of that? What was happening in between that?
Just writing songs and
Writing songs.
ideas and just
Cool.
kind of formulating everything in my head.
Awesome.
And then I met this guy. I started playing shows really
Yeah.
fast from there.
So there's a third guy, right?
Unfortunately, not at the moment.
No, just
We've
two?
been running through drummers.
I feel it
yeah,
with my band. We've
it's
been
just-
running through vocalists, but now we're set.
yeah, you guys have a good lineup right now.
It's just a
Man,
lot of commitment to
that's
like
true.
get someone into it, and like
We've had like 4 vocalists and 2 guitars come in and out. So now we're set on 4 group. We started off like a 3-man, then went up to a 5-piece, and then even went up to a 7-piece with the keyboardist. And that was back when we were still playing R&B and rock.
How do you
How
get
do
all
you-
those people to show
yeah,
up?
how do you organize everyone?
Man,
Yeah.
it's hard
Coordinate.
sometimes, and a lot of dedication. But that's why they're not here right now,
Mhm.
because they weren't as dedicated as we were.
That's,
Yeah.
that's what it comes down
A
to.
lot of it is just
How?
about showing up, really. What was it? So when I knew Trevor beforehand through other friends, and like I had recently like been playing. I had started playing the bass for like 2 years ago, and I had been playing for like a year, and I was starting to jam with everyone, and that's when I met Trevor again through like he was drumming while like everyone was just kind of jamming out. And he texted me like a week later and was like, "Hey, I've got this band. Do you want to join it?" And I was like, "Why not? I'll jump in." And like,
So
I
was
just-
it a band already, or was it just
Or
you?
did you show
Was
up
it
and
just
realize
you?
you guys
It
were the
was
band?
just-
it was like it was something. He definitely had like songs ready to go. It was like, well, I said yes, and he's like, "Okay, cool. We've got our first show next weekend."
Oh,
And I was like,
Nice.
Yeah.
Hit the ground running.
and like, yeah, this was like my first band, so
which show was it?
It was a Hayward House show.
Mhm.
Vamos Live.
House shows are the best.
It was
Yeah,
fun,
yeah.
man. It was really fun.
It was
house
really
show.
interesting. It was like they had like this big pit into like this like putting green
Oh,
that everyone
nice.
played on. Yeah,
Nice.
and like so all the crowd was like above you.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
yeah, I mean it was great, but it's still. I think there's a video on YouTube of it, and it's still like my most horrendous video. I wanted
I
to
keep
take
it up
down
there.
ever.
Yeah.
like,
I
take
hate
it
it
down.
so much. It's the worst I've ever played.
So, how did that show go? Did you guys feel like you guys did well? Or
I mean, yeah, we had like a really good drummer with us, Ben, and Trevor's brother, Nick, on
Filling on
guitar,
guitar,
who
yeah.
kills it every time. So those two combined with Trevor, like really knowing his songs and
Right.
like being able to do it, they covered me completely.
right.
Yeah. So it sounded good. If you just minus the bass out, but
lower the volume.
I knew I didn't know all the songs completely, so I purposely played a little bit quieter,
Right.
so
Okay,
I
yeah.
wouldn't
Right.
I wouldn't intervene with everyone.
Right.
But I mean, since then I've grown out of that and like
found your zone.
yeah.
So what
exactly.
specific genre would you guys say you are? I know it's so hard to categorize, but
It's rock.
Just
we
rock.
we mix a little bit of funk in, but we really write. We've written rock songs right now, but
Yeah.
it's really whatever we want to play.
Mhm.
Right now it's very rock based, I'd say, but it might change, and,
Yeah.
that's true.
yeah, whatever feels good to play.
So
kind
the-
of whatever tickles the ear while we're playing.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
sounds
I
cool.
like that.
You're just like,
So your lineup right now, was it different when you played at my birthday show in January?
who was
The
on
Triple
drums?
Four show?
So it's just us, but we've been swapping out drummers a lot of the
Okay.
time. So we
Mhm.
can't find. I'm a drummer myself, and that's my main instrument.
Yeah.
Like I've been drumming a lot longer than I've been playing guitar.
Mhm.
So for me, it's hard to, and for Brand too. I mean, we have standards for drummers, and it's hard to
Mhm.
find someone to meet that standard. And it's taken some time. Right now, we have my brother filling in on drums. He's a solid drummer, but it's
Yeah.
funny, like my brother is definitely a better guitar player.
Yeah,
than
so
I
it's
am.
kinda
We
reversed.
swapped,
Right.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird. We're still trying to figure all that out.
That's kind of how it is with my band. Our guitarist Colin and our bassist and vocalist Cisco.
Mm-hmm.
They both are versatile with both
Yeah, you guys
instruments.
always swap
That's awesome.
instruments.
And
when you play
so
songs.
whatever song they feel like they play more better in,
Mhm.
they're switch and pick up the
Mhm.
guitar, and then the other one switch to bass.
That makes sense. Yeah.
It's pretty cool that way.
It also makes it super interesting when you're at the show to watch a band be able to be that versatile to switch instruments
Switch it
on
up.
stage and then go back.
Yeah, I know,
Like,
that's so
just-
true.
It's super fun to just watch them do that, you know?
I know. I think that's we've done that like twice
Castle
now,
Rock.
where Trevor will hop up on drums,
Yeah.
and I think that blows people's mind a lot.
Yeah.
Because like Trevor is like a little savant at the drums,
Little
and
savant.
can carry it on his own. So like to see something so amazing come out of like someone who like you were just watching play guitar and
Right.
sing, and like you
Now
you
he's up
usually
on-
think they're just
yeah.
conformed to that stage, and he just goes and knocks out a huge drum solo. It's,
So now I've seen a couple pictures with you. Are you joining Kato the Donuts?
I'm
Or
in Kato the
You
Donuts.
are in
Not
Kato.
like officially.
I saw that like last week, and I was like, wait.
I have a donut name.
So did
So it's
they?
official.
What's your donut name?
It's Bear Claw.
Bear Claw.
I don't like it. I want to
Why?
be the
Did
Mossy
they choose
donut.
it?
They chose it. Yeah. I didn't. They said I looked like a bear because like a couple
Ah.
weeks ago I had super long hair and a beard, and when I played my first show with them, they're like,
Nice.
"Oh, Bear Claw donut."
So the Kato the Donuts is a band from Lodi. What specific genre would you say they are?
Yeah, he's like old rock and roll.
Old school, like
he's,
yeah.
you know, he's an old school guy. So
Man, Kevin's such a great dude. When did you join Kato?
just started drumming with him. I played a couple shows. We played
Okay.
last week at a little grad party, and then
So are they a 3-piece now? 4-piece?
it switches off because you know he does acoustic
Yeah,
stuff.
I know.
and he
I've
does-
I've seen him so many times, and he'll have like a full 5-band piece, and then one time I saw him with a 3-piece band. I'm like, dang.
Yeah, I think it's whoever can show up for him.
Yeah,
Really,
That's
you know?
versatility.
No, that's so true.
Yeah, it's hard getting people to just.
So
like,
you're
come
in
out.
Mossburns and Kato the Donuts.
Yeah,
Unofficially though.
Mhm.
Kinda.
kind of. I have a donut name. That's all I can say about that.
I'd say that's official.
I'd say it's official.
So when's your next show for Kato?
Kato, we got one June 15th, I think.
Where's that at?
One's in San Francisco. At,
Okay.
Hotel Utah.
Nice.
Yeah, that should be fun.
Kevin's always getting those.
We know
those
Corinne
shows.
too.
Yes.
His daughter. Yeah.
She was actually, I don't know if you saw out there, but there's like this show going on here, and she was actually featured here.
Oh yeah, she's a great singer.
She's been here
Super
a bunch of
talented.
times.
Yeah.
She's cool. So when's the next Mossburns show?
When is the next show? We got
Twin Peaks,
Twin
the
Shrieks.
Twin Shrieks show.
Yeah.
When's that at?
A little
And where?
festival. Undisclosed location to
Ooh.
keep it nice and cool.
Nice.
Okay.
Secret
Um,
show.
Oakland.
Yeah, a good old Nick and Nora spin. What's that? The 20? I actually was.
I
just-
forget the date.
just
We
looking
just
at
figured out. It's our friends Twin Peaks Sessions. They
Okay.
host these acoustic sessions like in their house in San Francisco,
Nice.
and they're putting on a festival in Oakland. So they rented out a warehouse, a little DIY festival.
July 27th.
and 28th too. So it's a
And
2-day
nice.
festival.
2 days.
Yeah.
One day in the warehouse in Oakland, and then the second day at their place doing acoustic. So
Mhm.
That's
So-
stacked lineup. It's gonna be cool.
So where can people go to get more information
Yeah.
about this?
What if I want to go?
Go to at Twin Peaks Session. You'd have to look up their Instagram. Twin Peaks Sessions, I think.
Okay.
Cool.
Double check that
Is
maybe,
it-
just so that we don't get it wrong. I know it's Twin Peaks. I think
Yeah,
it's Twin Peaks Sessions.
it's Twin Peaks Session.
Yeah, so if you go
Yep.
there, you could find all the info. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun show. I'm looking forward to it.
All one
Twin-
word,
yeah.
all lowercase.
Twin Peaks Sessions.
So you
Wow.
mentioned your
There's a
hair.
lot of S's.
Why'd you cut it? I've been dying to ask this.
I was building a greenhouse in my backyard, and
Is it finished?
Yeah, it's done. Yeah.
Okay.
It looks
it's
pretty
good.
nice.
It's nice. It's cool.
I don't know if you.
He's
if-
considering
if-
living in it.
I was considering put a down payment on it, pay
Yeah.
$1,000 rent.
Hey.
Yeah, I don't know if people know this, but you've had long hair.
I did. That was the first time I had it.
So how long did it take you to grow it?
Like a year.
And how long did it take to shave it all off?
A couple seconds. no, actually, some time. It took
Some
like a couple
time.
minutes. You know, just running the buzzer over your head in
Yeah.
the mirror.
Did you do it yourself?
Yeah.
Did
How
you
come
try
you didn't
different
do it?
styles
You
for
cut your
one?
own
Yeah.
hair.
I
Shave
probably
half
wasn't
off.
great
Like
at
a
it.
part.
Yeah.
You should have charged them a little bit of rent for that greenhouse.
I should have, man.
Wait, what?
To cut your hair. I can be the band hair cutter.
The band barber?
Yeah.
Are you not playing bass
My
anymore? You're just a
second
barber?
passion.
We need a band barber.
Yeah.
It's trim.
You should open up a barber shop.
Yeah.
Mossburns Barbershop.
anything, and the possibilities with the Mossburns are endless.
Yeah.
It
So you guys do artwork too, right?
Yeah, we do.
So is it just you? Is it
Mainly,
collectively both of you?
mainly Trevor. Trevor does his frames.
That's all I do,
Yeah,
really.
basically his frames, but he's got a ton of great ones, and like a ton of them. He will go around to art shows, sell them. He'll bring them as our merch.
So you don't have any samples on you, but you do have a
wish I brought
you have a
some.
sticker. Where was it on your
I
phone?
got guitar.
I got a sticker on my guitar right here,
You should like
and I have a
Yeah,
sticker
like-
too,
right
Yeah,
there.
right there.
right there.
See,
Now-
I have some. Let me grab. I have some in my jacket if you want to.
How does the
Right there.
art mix with the music? As far as how is the art part of Mossburn as much as the music?
because that's the first thing people see before hearing your music
Art,
is
yeah.
your
Mhm.
artwork.
I'd say art. Well, I just view art as so important. Just like you said, visually, it's kind of everything we see, and I think we want to sort of mix our music with art. I don't know.
Well, it's just like saying music is our chosen art form, our chosen medium, but it's all part of the whole art genre of looking at things in a different way, or
Right.
trying to like make ideas that weren't there already.
No, that's true. When
Mhm.
I see your artwork, the first thing that comes into mind is psychedelic.
Psychedelic.
That's what I get.
It's a little psychedelic, yeah. I think there's a good quote actually from a psychonaut named Terrence McKenna, and he says the artist's soul. I can't quote it exactly, but the artist's soul is the artist's task is to save the soul of mankind. For anything else is a dithering while Rome burns. So he's kind of talking about, I think, artists themselves. We're sort of born into this world with a job to we create, so we want to show what's wrong in the world, I think. And a lot of art, I mean, not all art does, some art's beautiful. Let's see if there's any random art around.
Some art is just
all those.
art is just art, art is subjective.
some of it's just to make people feel good. Like
Yeah.
you've got like the warriors, the army men, the business people. Like a lot of art is their happiness outlet. Like
Right.
after a long day, you come home, you watch a comedian, you watch some Netflix. Like that's all art. It's all the shows are art. Everyone's thinking of all these different ideas to like portray to you and try to get your mind into
And that's why
the headspace they want it in.
I like about art is there's no restrictions on it.
Mm-mm.
Art can be any form, anything,
Free flowing.
and it's great that way. And that's why I like music too, because music is a big part of art, and there's no restrictions on that either, except what you play on our radio.
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
restrictions on that.
We play a lot of
Restriction
crap
on
on the
that.
radio, but music's what's so cool about music is it's universal too. Everyone, it's a universal language. Every single human on this planet you can play a song and you can make them feel an emotion.
Most
I think
definitely.
it connects all of us.
Yeah,
and that's important.
and I think everybody listens to music, even deaf people, because
Vibrations. The
Yeah.
bass. Yeah, they just turn the bass up a lot.
yeah,
feel
and
it.
then they can feel it.
Yeah, I love the bass.
So how many bass do you have, like bass instruments?
I have 2 and I'm working on a third.
Okay, so-
I've got my handy dandy acoustic one here. She got it.
It's really nice.
Let's see. Yeah, this baby.
It plugs in too.
Yeah, it does. I'm working on that part though.
Okay.
It's a little fuzzy, so I don't know. Something went wrong in there, but it's mainly just for my acoustic because I like my electric a lot more.
Thank you.
Both of them, like they're kind of unique. This one is just like I got it on a back order, got for like half off, and I needed an acoustic so I could just play wherever I wanted.
Okay.
And the other one I use for shows, my electric one, I bought an 8-string octave bass. So it's got the 4 strings and then like 4 guitar strings just above that.
Okay.
And I bought that because like I had a bass and I was just getting bored and wanted another one really.
Okay.
But I got it all set up and I bought it used, like kind of cheaper. I got it all set up and the guys are like, I come back to pick it up. He's like, I probably wouldn't put like another 4 strings on here. It'll make the neck too tight. Maybe snap it.
Ooh.
Which I've found since then is not as true as I thought it was. Yeah. But it did help me I just used it as a 4-string, and like the pickups and gear within that ended up being so much better than the bass I already had that I just stuck it as a 4.
Right.
And then the third one I'm working on was my original beginner one, and I'm kind of going through an art project on that.
Okay.
Nice.
So you do art. See,
yeah,
that counts.
But that kind of art is like it's all for personal gain. I just want to have a cool looking bass, really.
Okay.
But I stripped it down and sanded it down to put on. I put on some spray paint that's like textured and it looks like a rock.
Nice.
So I made it all look like a rock, and I'm chopping off one of like the little like devil horns up here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I'm gonna burn that and put on some epoxy resin that he uses for his frames, and like color it green and then shave it down so it looks like crystals are growing out of it.
Okay.
Oh, that's so sick.
And then I'll just put like some moss on it.
Put an
for
LED
the
light
fan.
in
Yeah.
Put it in the Mossburns.
I was thinking of the LED light.
You should do that.
But the more I think about it, the more I'm like, but that will delay the project another like couple months probably.
Yeah,
And
figuring
like,
it out.
I really just want to hold a finished product in my hand.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
problem. I'm so like antsy and ready
Yeah.
for things to be like done and like see them.
So is that the only instrument you have?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, I've got like a little keyboard here and there,
Yeah.
like things that hit, but none that I can like transfer ideas over to fluently
Okay.
as I can with bass.
So now, how many instruments do you have, since you're so versatile with playing?
All
Yeah.
of them.
I have a
All
lot
of
too. So my dad plays too.
Okay.
So coming from a musical family, and he repairs guitars and everything too. So
Nice.
we
So
have,
Thank the Lord.
you have the whole you have the whole rock band.
we have too many
Yeah.
guitars around. Yeah, my brother playing, me playing drums. So we
So
got the whole setup.
you
at
have a
my
drum
house and
kit,
everything.
guitar,
yeah, a couple drum
bass.
kits for sale if anyone wants to buy.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Do you have keyboards?
We have a couple not very good keyboards. Nothing I'd like use on a record, except the Whirly. We have an old Wurlitzer.
Wurlitzer?
You know those weird organs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, I
found-
want to use that
those things
so
are
bad.
amazing.
I found it on the side of the road like, a long time ago. It was free. So my dad
Yeah.
and I lifted this thing and carried it all the way back. And
Nice.
And it worked?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
the whole thing. Yeah.
So your album, is it an LP, EP?
It's an LP.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
So
an
is this your
It'll be big.
first thing you're coming out with?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. What's it called?
Ooh.
Do you have a
that is
name?
something
Now you're
we-
putting us on the spot.
I gotta ask.
We've been
We've got a
bouncing
couple
around
ideas.
names, but we haven't picked one for sure.
Okay.
Basically, we have everything of how it should look, how we want, like what we want to distribute by, and like
No name.
all the songs on it. Yeah, we've got like everything except the name.
It's funny because everybody has a different process.
Mhm.
Some people come up with the name of their album first.
Base everything around that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then some people just come up with the songs, get that recorded, vocals, and then just pick up the name last.
Yeah,
I think that's gonna happen.
that's
and
probably
the
gonna
name
go
will
with
come.
us.
How many songs are in the LP?
Well, we've got we've got
5.
9 we could do, but we'll probably go with like what is 7, 8, and then like some intermission stuff. Like,
Okay.
I would definitely like a drum solo in there.
Yeah.
And even more a bass part.
Bass
Yeah,
solo,
yeah,
bass
yeah,
solo
I could
for
come
sure.
up with some stuff.
So are you guys recording in a recording studio? Is this
yeah.
which one?
Holy House of Holy.
Where
It's in Oakland. It's
Okay.
kind of a little small
Okay.
studio. Bart Thurber, he's been around for a while.
So how often you
Um,
go there?
Not that often. He's just one of the guys that I found.
What's your
through-
producer name again?
Producer?
Yeah.
I'm producing it myself.
So you're producing it.
Yeah.
So who's helping you?
Just Bart Engineering. I took a lot of classes at Chabot for audio engineering
Okay.
and all that stuff, so I kind of know how to do all that stuff. But we want to go to the studio because Bart records on tape.
Nice.
And the drums, he's got a fat drum room, so
Oh, of course.
that's really we
That
just
is
need the
bad.
drums on tape to get a fat, just like really strong sound. And
When can we expect this to drop?
I'd say August.
Yeah, hopefully
You
within
know,
the 2 months.
We're pretty much at a point where we were at a weird spot before because we don't have a drummer. You know,
Yeah.
I wanted to go lay it down
Yeah.
live, all three of us really together, but we didn't find someone to practice enough and get them as tight as because I wrote a lot of the songs on drums in my
Okay.
head too. So it kind of shifted the recording process to where we kind of got to do it in parts now. So I'm going to go lay the drums down and bass on top of that. And then,
Are you still looking for a permanent drummer, at least for live shows?
I mean, I think so, yeah. We got my brother, and he's pretty good, but, you know, if I could get him on
If
lead
there's
guitar.
any other drummers out there?
Any other drummers?
Yeah,
I don't know.
drummers.
Looking at all these 6, 7 cameras.
Yeah.
Anyone out
that,
there? Anyone out
that
there?
want or is looking for a position? The Mossburns need a drummer.
Mhm.
Yeah, we it sucks.
But you have to be perfect.
Yeah, no, not perfect. Just better than
Just
me.
close to it.
Better than you? I mean, you play the drums really good, so.
Well, that's why it's so hard to find. I mean,
Exactly.
I mean, the way I see it, if you can't find somebody to do it the way you want it, just do it yourself. you know?
and that's where we're at. Right
And
now.
that,
Yeah.
is that
But
the
for
reason why you're
shows-
tracking the drums yourself?
Yeah, that's exactly why. But for shows, you know, I can't do everything by myself.
Yeah.
You know?
But like shows, we sound good. Like we've had great drummers. It's just not.
we had the best.
Yeah.
Our first drummer was really fun.
Oh yeah. But it's just like all those drummers aren't what we've envisioned on
Yeah.
the album, and especially now since we were probably ready to like record these songs a long time ago, but like we've taken tons of time to kind of perfect it,
Yeah.
change little minor details and things like that. So why do half effort?
No, that's
in-
true.
In the drums with something we don't want.
I saw, I think it was an interview with Metallica where, on one of their albums, they brought in a drummer to like drum and stuff.
Instead of Lars.
I think so.
Hmm.
But it was like way back. I could be mistaken. It could be another band too.
Mhm.
But he played drums, but he wanted another drummer to come in. And that drummer couldn't really pick up as fast, so he went and he recorded all the drum parts himself.
That's Foo Fighters.
Cool.
Are you thinking of Dave Grohl?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That actually kicked their other drummer left because
Yep.
of that. Yeah, he didn't tell them. And there's, I mean, I don't know the whole story. It's a weird thing, but
See, you know more pop culture than me.
not really too much.
Well, I
I like
mean,
Nirvana.
I
Yeah.
had-
You hit his vein with
I
Foo
had
Fighters.
I had the Foo Fighters in my head, but I was like, because I watch a lot of interviews with Foo Fighters and Metallica too. Even way back before I even wanted to start a band. So I've been wanting to get into music for years, but I'm not musically talented. I can't play.
That's the
Can't
struggle,
sing.
isn't it?
I can scream. I mean, you don't have to sound good to scream,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, you just go out on there and do it.
There's
Yeah.
a genre
Yeah.
out there for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember I
You could-
played.
You could just scream.
I played one show at Channel Brew, my band, and it was back I think last year. And this dude, after the show, he was like, "I don't know what you were saying, but in my head I had my own vocals. I had my own lyrics, and I was just singing along with my own lyrics. And I was like, I like you, man. Even though I sounded really bad that night, I had one fan.
Hey, you hit
Hey.
one person.
It's emotion and energy.
Mm.
You
Yeah.
probably gave an honest performance.
That's also
No, that's true.
the universal language thing that you were talking about earlier. Is this person couldn't tell what you were saying, but you were speaking to that person.
Yeah.
You know what I
Pouring
mean?
your heart out.
Yeah, that's so great. So your LP, August, beginning, middle, or end of August?
Say middle.
Yeah, let's.
We don't have a set date.
What platforms? That's very important.
So we want CD and like a limited amount of vinyl.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's a personal endeavor on that one. I just want to throw myself.
Do you
on
guys
the-
have a
on the
press
player.
already in mind
I have-
for the vinyls?
The person who is mastering the album has a little vinyl pressing company.
Cool.
So
Cool.
gonna try and do a small run.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
And then we've been going back and forth on like
Mhm.
streaming sites like Spotify and
Right.
Apple Music, and there's a lot of like
There's
how-
SoundCloud. SoundCloud is there too.
Yeah, and it's like
Yeah.
how
It's
easily
Bandcamp, too. It's always a good
accessible
place
do
to
you
start.
want it, and it's like there's always a worry of if you put it on a streaming site, you're just another raindrop in the cloud. you
Right.
know?
Right.
Yeah, but
right,
you also
right.
gotta remember you gotta copyright your material too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But then if you don't put it out there, like, it's much harder to get it to the public.
No, that's so true. Cause
It's a catch-22, really.
Yeah, my band's been going for a while. Been going around with just videos, and we've been getting booked for live shows and stuff. But we haven't really had any like audio-wise. So that's when we recorded our first EP in December, so we can say, hey, here you go, rather than just saying, hey, check out a video of ours, you know?
Yeah, that's how it's been for us too. We're like, oh, you guys are a band? You don't have any music out?
Yeah.
Like, just wait, man, it's coming. You know?
Well, you can make that part of your gimmick. You know, you got to come to the shows if you want to
Yeah.
listen to this music.
Yeah.
You know?
I want to put music out too.
So,
Definitely get it out there.
so to recap, you have your LP coming out, Untitled, August. CD, what platforms was it again?
Definitely CDs.
CD,
Just
vinyl,
definitely vinyl.
those
Vinyl.
two for
Definitely
sure.
Bandcamp.
And then
we're gonna figure out the rest.
I think
Okay.
Spotify. I'm leaning towards yes.
We've had like debates about streaming because the streaming industry is they're just kind of corrupt. I think they don't really pay artists very well, and we want to be part of that, but we also don't want to be part
You
of
want to stay true, right?
it. Yeah.
Right.
But I also use Spotify
Yeah, that's,
on
you know,
Yeah.
on a
we're
daily
hypocrites for
basis.
saying
So
that,
like,
you know,
And
'cause-
now with this media and age, you know, with Instagram, you can plug in your Spotify.
It's true.
Yeah,
There's
and
just
it-
everything so connected together that it's
oh my
hard.
God, I could plug my own
It's hard not
songs into
to.
Instagram.
You can. I have a
Use
lot of friends
Spotify.
do that.
Moly.
promotes the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very self-absorbed at times. So like, if we got on Spotify, I know I'm just gonna probably listen to only our album for
Yeah.
at least like a year.
And then your next show is when again?
The Twin Shrieks one. When is that?
Yeah, Twin Shrieks the
26th,
27th, July
27th.
27th.
So your next show for Cato the Donuts is when?
13th, I think.
At where?
15th in Hotel Utah. I could be wrong.
June, July?
I gotta look them all up. June 15th.
June
Hotel
15th.
Utah.
Okay. If not, you can always visit, you know, Cato the Donuts Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
And it's K-Do
Like hold on.
hyphen, or is it the whole thing?
It's K-Do. So
Hi-
K, and that's one word, K-Do.
K-Do.
But like dough is in D-O-H, like Homer
Yeah.
Simpson. Dough.
Right.
K-Do, and then I think, and the donuts.
Okay.
And then donuts is dough, hyphen, and then nuts. And
Yeah.
T-Z.
Yep. And then,
Oh.
yep. And then your donut name is Bear Claw?
The Bear Claw, yeah.
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 I wanted to be a mossy donut.
That's
Mossy
kinda cool.
donut.
Donut.
And so, okay, so
Gross.
Wait, can
That
I
would be dope.
can I ask what everyone else's donut name is?
There's Kato, and then there's
Kato.
the Original Glaze, and that's our bass player, Mark.
Ooh, that's
Original
cool.
Original
That's
Glaze.
amazing, dude.
I'm a little jealous.
Yeah.
Call me Sprinkles from now on.
Is there no maple?
There might be a maple. There's been lots of donuts.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I've only met one
they've
other.
come and
Right.
they come and go.
Long John Donut.
Oh,
and that's the only
nice.
other donut I met. He came and
And
sang some
dude,
songs
they
with
live
us.
in they play
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Lodi
I'm
all the
gonna
time.
have to check
he,
'em out.
he lived in Lodi. You still live in Lodi.
Oh, yeah, I'm living Lodi right now.
Loda's cool, man.
Yeah.
You need to check out Cato the Donuts.
Will do.
So before we close off, I wanted to have you guys play one more song, but I gotta do shout outs and mentions. So
Okay.
I wanna have you shout out. Do you have any shows coming up?
Yes, I have a show with Worst Friends Forever.
When is that?
That is June 15th on the Y in Sacramento, on Fulton Avenue, and there will also be Celerosa, MMORPG, and you
Bright
guys,
Side of Suicide.
and the Bright Side of Suicide.
And yep, and so for Worst Friends Forever, we have that next Saturday night, June 15th. But we're also playing the San Joaquin County Fair, June 14th. So it's gonna be back to
Nice.
back. Friday night, County Fair at the fairgrounds in Stockton, and then the next night is gonna be in Sacramento on the Y. So with your mention, do you have anybody you want to shout out?
Dylan's.
Oh man, I wish I prepared a list.
Dang.
That's it.
I got Bring Me the Horizon.
They're a good band too. Just
Yeah,
I got
actually
the
Dylan.
D's.
Heck yeah.
who else?
Forever.
Just local bands. I mean, you guys.
Yeah.
We got Dylan's, Corduroy.
Check out the Mossburns.
Ooh.
Check out the
Twin
Bright Side of
Peaks.
Suicide. Check out Cato the Donuts. Where's
Cato.
Friends Forever?
Matt
Sala
Jaffe.
Rosa.
Matt
Paper
Jaffe.
Space.
He's really
Paper
good.
Space.
Amazing
I've
band.
heard of Space.
Oh
We
man,
haven't met them.
so good.
It's all a circle, and it's great.
So
how
good.
You know who we saw recently that just popped up? They're called Side Project.
No, side projects. Cool.
I love that bassist.
I've seen
Yeah.
He's a superstar.
I've seen their
man.
name on one of the bills.
Side projects.
Yeah.
Cool. Groove Mafia.
Groove
Silly Lung.
Mafia.
If you haven't listened to Silly Lung, check them out. They're really good.
Again, this is TVOSJ, the voice of San Joaquin. And this is the Artist Hour with Joshua and me, the host. We got Alejo, the co-host.
Cool.
And
Brand.
And Trevor from the Mossburns.
so you have one more song. What is it called?
What do you want to play?
Vault Dweller.
Vault Dweller.
Okay. So we're going to be closing out with this song.
Cool. Take the headphones off. Oh, we're doing this is my microphone. I think we didn't last time.
The red one, I can hold it for
Whatever will work best. Try and sing into the microphone. Hello. Cool. You wanna hit it?
Yeah.
Alright. I live underground. My generation lost into the shadow of a mushroom cloud. And now I just sit and stare at the walls. I'm waiting for this fallout to subside. Cause I just wanna go outside. I just wanna live my life without fear of radiation seeping in my veins, or nuclear annihilation. Yeah, I'm melting my brain. All this sitting around and waiting is driving me insane. So I open up the vault and stepped out into the acid rain. Would you follow me? Would you follow me through hell, through the wasteland? Would you follow me through this torn up world?
So what was that called?
That's Vault Dweller. We haven't played together, and Brand's been gone in San
Yeah,
Diego.
it feels like years.
It feels like a long time.
Nah, I feel it. My guitarist is in Orlando right now.
Yeah.
Shout out to Colin.
Yeah, he's cool, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Good guy.
So thank you for tuning in to the Artist Hour on TVOSJ, the voice of San Joaquin in Stockton.
Heck
And
Thank
stay
you.
tuned for next week. And that's it for us.
Awesome. Thanks for having us.
No problem.
For more information on the voice of San Joaquin, go to tvosj.org.
Bye.